office, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for a much-anticipated main event. And the anticipation for this bout has grown as the week has gone on. A lot of talk behind these two. Now it's time to walk the walk.
Jones Jr.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. He just missed that shot up top. Holyfield's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Holyfield's doing well here with that two-punch combination. Nice strike after catching one by Evander Holyfield. Got an unconventional fighter, a guy whose style is very unorthodox, facing Evander Holyfield tonight, Teddy. Your initial thoughts when you heard about this match?
Well, the first thing is Evander Holyfield, you know, we think of the Warrior, and we think of the greatest cruiserweight of all time, and then, of course, the smaller man moving up and being a heavyweight champ. But, you know, what we forget sometimes.
Just ate a big uppercut. He's in bad shape. Roy Jones Jr.'s got to do a better job. He is getting rocked. Roy Jones Jr. is showing us some guts right here. I don't know how he didn't go down. Still a lot of drama to be played out in this round. Jones is in better shape than he was moments ago, though.
Yeah, physically, I agree with you. He's fine physically, but I got a report in camp about a week ago from some of my spies there that he got dropped in sparring. So mentally, I'm wondering right now if something goes to visit him a little bit. Memories from that.
Well, you look at this. Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changes? They can't both keep this up.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. This round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside, as always, with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know,
They do.
These guys,
They don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table, but great guys.
He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Scores up top with a left. Evander Holyfield's the target of a hook. Just a stunning shot there that he landed. Well-targeted left hand by Roy Jones. Holyfield's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Roy connects with that right hand. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Right to the belt line. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Roy Jones.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Roy Jones Jr.'s coming up big here early on in the fight because he just showed his opponent, hey, listen, you got to be careful. I can counterpunch you.
No better way to slow down your opponent. You know, we know the other way you slow him down. You hit him right on the chin, and you make him say, hey, I don't want to walk in. But when you make him miss and you counter, that slows him down, too.
End of the round, and that was a very good example of how to be efficient with what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a good example of how, as you say, Joe, he doesn't waste anything. You know, he wants to make everything count, but it gives hope that the other guy can come back, because there's spots where you can out-hustle. while he's being so conservative, you can just outwork him a little.
That's a fierce left hand that landed by Evander Holyfield. Roy Jones Jr. showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo.
Inside, move your head.
Now that's some fine work right there by Roy Jones.
There you go.
Jones is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. You see, he comes over the top with that right hand. A real solid shot. Scored well up top. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Right to the body. Hard charging with that right hand. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Scored well with the hook after blocking that shot. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable. There it is! Late goings here in this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? Holyfield's up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. That's a flush shot, banking away those body shots with the left hand. And this round comes to an end.
Relax.
Roy Jones Jr.'s power has been the biggest difference in this fight so far, Teddy. As we start round number 4 and we take a look at your scorecard, he's up 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, because of that knockdown, that was the difference. But it's still close enough for his opponent, just using his jab, fundamentals, the things that he has to do to still get back in it.
Holyfield sticking to what we've always known of him, Teddy. The style hasn't changed, even though he was knocked down earlier.
You know, a lot of trainers would say, hey, they pat him on the back. They say, there you go, kid. You know, stay with your identity. Just make sure that you correct a couple little things you need to correct.
That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. is making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They're the ones that wind up landing.
Move your head.
Halfway through round number 4.
Relax. Relax.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one. You know from watching his career, Roy Jones, look at that! What a hook to the body, and he is down and in bad shape.
One, two, three. Get up!
Jones goes down and is beating the count from the referee. Teddy, what should we be looking for here?
For a way to survive. Now, we've talked about how technically Jones does a lot of things wrong. There better be one thing he does right, and that's tie up.
Straight right was lined up, but he missed. Well timed by Roy Jones. He took a step back, landed the counter.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Evander Holyfield. And now he's targeting upstairs. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you knew when you came in. That it wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
Turn that that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Jones is trying to get back in this round after being knocked down in the last round. But with just 60 seconds between rounds, Teddy, how much can really happen? How much can really benefit a fighter who is knocked down?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, you hit him with that sponge. Some cold water on top of the head where you revigorate him a little bit.
Huge right hand comes crashing home. Roy Jones Jr.'s corner is concerned. Their fighter may go down here. There's a straight right hand. Roy Jones Jr.'s tag. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Solid right by Roy Jones.
Stay away from those. Come on.
Evander Holyfield's defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. He comes with the straight right hand. Jones's defense is paying off now. Evander Holyfield's punch didn't come close. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Committing upstairs now. He goes there again. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Well done that time, landing the counterpunch. Jones is left now getting into the mix. Good flush shot upstairs. Evander Holyfield's going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter. Good solid right hand lands. Solid. Forget about the judges. This one may be over now. Jones is down and he looks like he's in bad shape.
When you fall that way, you usually don't get up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The ref is stopping this fight. Evander Holyfield's gunned down yet another opponent. A knockout victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockouts, your